My stepdad said I'd never be a real part of the family, so I showed him what family means. The first time Frank moved in, he made me eat in the kitchen while everyone else ate in the dining room. Real family only, he said, loud enough for my mom to hear. She didn't say anything, just looked down at her plate. Every Sunday dinner ended the same way. Blood makes family. Everything else is just temporary arrangements. I was 14. Those words carved deep grooves in my chest. Mom never defended me, not once. Frank made sure I knew I was an outsider in my own home. When I turned 16, I overheard Frank talking to someone on the phone. The kid's dead weight. Soon as he hits 18, he's out. I didn't sign up to raise another man's mistake. The person asked about my mom. She'll get over it. Women always choose their men over baggage from the past. That's when everything changed. I realized I could either leave defeated or show him what family really meant. I started researching Frank's family online, found out his dad was a Marine who died alone 20 years ago. His dad had been searching for his old Marine buddies before he died, but never found them. I found one of them on Facebook. His name was Jeffries. When I messaged him about Frank's dad, he started crying on our video call. Jeffries told me there were other Marines who served with Frank's dad. They'd been trying to find him for 30 years. They met online every week to share memories. Meanwhile, Frank got worse. Started introducing me as my wife's son at gatherings. Made me park on the street so his friends wouldn't see my car. At my graduation, he told people he was there supporting his wife while I walked across the stage. Mom tried standing up for me once. Frank threatened to leave her. She never tried again. I almost gave up then. Maybe Frank was right. Maybe I didn't belong. For 18 months, I talked to Jeffries and the Marines online every week. Some nights I wondered if this was stupid. What if they didn't want to come? What if Frank didn't care? But I kept going. Learned everything about Frank's dad. How he saved Jeffries' life. How he cried showing Frank's baby pictures to everyone. How proud he was of his son. The Marines had been saving his medals and patches for 30 years, hoping to give them to his family someday. Frank announced his company barbecue where he'd get promoted to regional manager. He'd been telling his boss he came from a military family, lying that he'd served too. The Marines' annual reunion was happening the same weekend, 2 hours away. I told Jeffries that Frank would be having a gathering. They insisted on coming, all of them. I told Mom I'd invited some special guests for Frank's big day. She thought I meant my friends from school. I barely slept the night before, terrified it would backfire. At 2 o'clock, a group of old Marines walked into the backyard in uniform. Frank's boss stood up immediately. Frank's face went white. Jeffries spoke first. "We served with your father, Sergeant William Frank, 3rd Battalion, 5th Marines." The entire barbecue went silent. "He saved my life in Vietnam," Jeffries continued. "We've been looking for him for 30 years. Just learned he died." Frank's boss looked confused. "You served Frank?" Before Frank could lie, Jeffries laughed. "Frank? No, he was just a kid, but his dad was a hero." Jeffries pulled out a wooden box. "We've been carrying this to every reunion, hoping to find his family. Inside were photos and medals that belonged to Frank's dad." I stood up. "I've been talking to them for 18 months. They had no idea Frank's dad had been looking for them too. No idea he had a son until I found them." The Marines started telling stories. How Frank's dad talked about his boy constantly. How proud he was. How he wanted to reconnect but didn't know how. Frank's co-workers were recording everything. His boss, an Army veteran himself, shook Jeffries' hand. Frank stood frozen, holding the box of his dad's things. Jeffries put his hand on Frank's shoulder. "Your dad missed you every day. Talked about you until he died. Said he understood why you were angry he left." Frank's voice cracked. "I never visited him. Not once after my parents split." Jeffries said, "That's why we're here now. That kid brought us together. He's been calling us every week, checking on us old guys. That's what family does." That night, Frank found me in my room. He set the box on my desk. I became exactly like my dad, pushing family away, choosing anger over love. His hands shook. "The Marines want us at their next reunion." They said us. Both of us. 3 months later, Frank introduced me as his son.